I'm just incredibly proud of our basketball team and just the effort that the entire team put forth tonight, in particular in the second half, the energy, the enthusiasm that they're playing the game with right now, and then just the fact that this is our fourth year in a row to go to the Sweet 16. And, I mean, you can almost tell that, I don't want to say they're getting used to it because we told them not to ever take it for granted, but you can tell that they expect this. And I know they want bigger and better things, but this is a great accomplishment for these particular seniors, and just because all 4 years they were able to do this. But again, there's a few upsets came about today, and I told them in the locker room not to ever take this for granted or not to appreciate how great of a season, and in particular these two, how great their careers have been. Really, really proud of our team.
Questions for Ariel, Brooke, or Lashann to begin?
Brooke, you weren't having the greatest game ever by your standards. In the third quarter, you erupted, you took over. What was your mindset when you went on that 12-point quarter and did anything else?
I just went out there and played, and whatever was open, I took it. My teammates did a great job finding me, and they did a great job with boxing out and stuff like that, so I just tried to help them as best as I could.
Were you disappointed in yourself before that point?
I think every player is disappointed if they don't think that they're playing up to their standards, but, I mean, right now it's not about being disappointed. My team was playing great, so it's not anything that is on my mind. I'm more focused on our team winning.
Ariel, all that said, it looked to you like you were just kind of showing off in the third quarter. You were so dominant.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
It seemed like she was showing off. She was so good in that third quarter.
It was Brooke. I started smiling, I think, halfway through it because I just realized that this kid was going off. And so it was really fun to be playing with her and to see her smile, and then to just see her being Brooke again, you know, free-flowing, just having fun playing the game.
Ariel, 42 was a problem for you guys in the first half, getting to the line, making shots. What did y'all do to take her away there in the second half?
I think we did a better job of guarding her as a team and not leaving whoever was guarding her individually on the island.
Lashann, you had a hot first quarter. What did you see out there? What was going well for you?
Well, I realized that at the ball reversal, there were a lot of driving lanes, so I tried to take advantage of it and just try to be aggressive for my teammates and these two seniors right here next to me. Sorry.
You guys shot 61% 2 games in a row now. Is the offense just clicking better right now than it did during the season? If so, why?
I would say that it's having more discipline on the offensive end, the discipline to reverse the ball, the discipline to make the right pass. And I would just say it's becoming more of a team effort. So I think that's the reason why.
Brooke, could you describe y'all's sense of urgency y'all played with tonight?
I think it was just the excitement of being here for the last time. I mean, Arizona State's a great team, and our fans were incredible tonight. And so we just fed off of their energy, and we fed off of each other, and we knew that this would be the last time that we would be able to play in front of our fans this year, especially on our home court. And so we just decided to go out there and give it our all.
Did you not cry when you came out of the game? Like you and Ariel knew one?
No, I don't know.
They were about to.
Address just getting back to the Sweet 16 for the fourth time. What kind of standard of excellence do you feel like this senior class has been able to set?
Well, I think it just goes back to our coaches. I mean, their body of work is amazing, and when you follow something like that, you have no choice but to be great. And so I think it just goes back to them and how hard they work, and everybody's just following suit. Everybody's buying into the process. Everybody's buying into the program, and so I think this is where Texas should be every single year, but like Coach said, we can't take it for granted.
Ariel, it seems like we've been talking about this for weeks now, but it is your last game now, and your emotions, your thoughts about playing in it, and especially playing at your best when it was your last game.
Trying to get me emotional. Yeah, it is hard. Coming into this program, I was honestly blessed and led here by God, and for him to carry me all the way through this. And to just be a part of it and to see it grow literally from the ground up. It's been a journey, and I'm really thankful and blessed to be a part of it.
Ariel, you got 10 rebounds tonight, game high 10. When you're getting at it, you're turning and moving, what's the first thing in your line of vision as you're heading back to the court in transition?
I think our guards run really hard in transition, and coach has been preaching to our post that we need a rim runner, and so I'm just looking up to see whoever is open at the time. And then as far as the rebounds, it just goes back to how hard our posts work. They boxed out really hard tonight. They had their hands full with those 2 posts on the other team, and so I just tried to clean up anything that we could, especially because coaches, they preach for the guards to get into the rebounding game.
Ariel, do you think you guys are playing your best ball of the season right now?
There are definitely some things that we can clean up, but I think we have progressively gotten better over the year.
When you were almost subbed out by coach, both of y'all kind of stood on this logo and looked up. What did that feel like? What did y'all say to each other?
I don't think we said anything. I actually realized that was it. You know, when you look up and I was like, there's a minute left on the clock, probably not getting back in. Yeah.
You want to go back in?
I think our younger players are doing a good job. I think they're learning. I think when somebody's number is called, they're ready. They're showing up. And so whatever coach puts on the floor, I feel like we can produce. And so, yeah. But back to the last part, subbing out, I just kind of looked around and I looked at Brooke and I was like, wow. It's kind of one of those moments like we're actually done here. So, yeah.
Anything to add, Brooke?
I think she said it all. I mean, yeah, I think at that moment we just realized that it was our last time playing in front of our fans, playing here on the Irwin Center. Like, it's just, can't put it into words.
For any of the players, Mide was amazing tonight. Your thoughts on her having this breakout game when you guys really needed that inside force?
Mide's been working hard all year. If you guys have followed her closely, she's honestly probably one of our most improved players over her time here. And so for her to go out and actually allow herself to be rewarded for her work tonight was just amazing. And I'm so proud of her for her game tonight.
Anything to add, Brooke or Lashawn?
Her number was called and she was ready. And I think that everybody's saying, like, this is her breakout game, but this is what Mide shows us every single day in practice. And just to see her have fun with it and go out there and really just want to fill her role and do the best that she can, especially with her smiling. I don't know if y'all saw her smile, but, like, I'm just really proud of her, like Ariel said.
Lashawn, anything else?
They said it all.
Ariel, how much do you know about UCLA?
I actually do know some of them that play on that team. I know they have a quick point guard. I know they can rebound the ball very well.
Anything more for the student athletes? All right, thank you, ladies. Congratulations on the win. The Texas locker room is open for 18 more minutes, and we will open it up to questions for Coach Aston.
Karen, is there any sense of relief getting past, you're expected to win, you play 2 games at home, but like you say, you can't take it for granted?
I wouldn't call it relief in a sense of, well, yay, we made it. From an expectation standpoint, it's more, I'm glad they were rewarded. So when you start to think, today all day long, it was a long day. My thoughts were more towards them getting rewarded for the work. I know you have to go out there and play and nobody's going to hand it to you, but sometimes, as a coach, you have teams that you're like, they win and maybe they didn't deserve it, or, but this is a team that I think they earned it, and I wanted them to perform at their best. And I thought they were pretty close to that in these 2 games. You put the 2 games together, and they've been pretty ready. I'm proud of that.
Melissa was having a senior guard. Who can
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of trust in them all year long, and there's been a lot of games that I've had the privilege of watching them take over, and today was, I mean, I was really proud that Brooke decided to take shots. I mean, sometimes that's what it boils down to for Brooke. She's really embraced the point guard role this year, and it's crazy to say because she's obviously been the point guard for the last 2 years solidly. But this year there's been some times that she hasn't taken shots in games that we've maybe necessarily needed her to, because we do have a lot of options, and I thought that she let the game come to her today. She could have forced some stuff in the first half, but I think she could recognize that Lashann was sort of rolling in the first half. But I thought that, and I think that's the great thing about our guard play, is that once one gets going, I think people forget about the other ones. And I think that maybe a little bit is what happened in the second half. Some stuff opened up for her that wasn't there. But what she's grown into as a point guard is just one that doesn't force the issue. I thought she just, and maybe it was just the excitement and the nerves, maybe the first half, but I just thought that she got us into flow better in the second half also. It wasn't just about the scoring. I just thought she was a better floor general in the second half. The first half she seemed a little, we seemed, not just she, but we all seemed a little bit rattled, maybe because of the early foul trouble. And we threw some combinations in there that weren't normal. But I just thought that she was in a much better flow and pace in the second half. Terrific half by her.
Coach, just your thoughts on, I know we've already had senior day at the end of the regular season, but just your thoughts on these two playing their last game at the Irwin Center and just what that means to you.
Well, it's a great feeling to know that, I mean, I think any senior, when it's all said and done, what they want to look back on, I mean, you just always want to be able to say, I did the best I could. You know, I think I maxed out. Whether it be that the greatest feeling of all is to win a championship and be done, because there are no regrets from there. But that doesn't happen but to one team every year. So the rest of them have to finish up and say, okay, did I do my best? You know, did I absolutely max out with my career? And those two can sleep well. And I mean, that as a coach, you're really happy for players that know that they're ready to move on at some point and that they've gotten the most out of their careers, and I think those two have.
How nice has it been to see this team really take care of business and have, I don't want to say they were easy games, but relatively stress-free coming down the stretch. Whenever you've seen today and yesterday, a handful of upsets of higher seeded teams losing at home and teams really having to, and other teams really having to sweat it out at the end of games.
Well, I think that it just goes back to their preparation and the fact that you can tell that they're not ready for this to be over. And I've experienced teams that limped into postseason play, and you might have a few that just give you this vision that, I'm ready to go do something else for a few months. Or this team's never given me the impression of that. I mean, even when we've had failures, they have come back the next day ready to go. And their preparation was really good for this tournament. I thought we were ready to play against Maine. I thought we were ready to play today. And I think they're showing that. So it's good to see that they're still climbing. I mean, they're hungry. I don't think they're satisfied with anything, and that's fun to coach.
Coach, during shoot-around today, did you have the players visualize the Sweet 16 banners? And is that the legacy of at least the two seniors, that they're going to be a fourth?
I think that's one of their legacies for sure. I hope they have more. I know they're striving for more. But we definitely looked up and noticed that I think 1990 was the last year that there was a run of Sweet 16 appearances. I was actually fortunate enough to be here in the 3 in a row in the 2000s, and then the 3 in a row that we were on until today. So just, wanted to let them visualize that and see that they could make a little bit of history or do something that hasn't been done in quite some time. We've kind of lost the numbers game since Amani graduated, so every once in a while Lashann has to tell me something to remind them, because Amani always did that for everybody. She did all the numbers homework, but Sean is the one that made me aware of that. We're just living in the moment. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, that's a great legacy for players. Again, their look in the locker room was just like, it was pretty relaxed, and that's a big deal.
There wasn't a wild celebration?
Not at all. Not at all. I think they were more worried about where was the food. Half of them had pretzels they were already eating, so yeah, I think they have bigger goals for sure.
How about the challenge UCLA would present to you?
Yeah, they're really good. Seen them a lot, just randomly watching Pac-12 games in the middle of the night when you can't sleep, and then we obviously got to look at them, not purposely, but in prepping for Arizona State. So we're very familiar with them. We've played them, we've scrimmaged them. We're very familiar, and they're a really, really good basketball team. But I thought Arizona State was. I thought we did a great job on the boards tonight. I was so proud of our team, just in a sense of how good Arizona State has been on the boards at times this year. And looking here, and they have 5 offensive rebounds. I think they had 5 at half. So I'm not sure if that's right, but I'm pretty sure it is. So really great job.
Mide had 7 boards in 11 minutes, and she seemed to be an inspiration to the other players. Can you
Yeah.
talk about what she was doing to inspire the others?
She was defending. Let's start right there, because we were having some trouble with their post players in the first half. And, she decided to kind of get up the line and try to keep them from catching the ball a little bit. She got in help side and made that block. She did some really simple stuff tonight that makes the difference in winning and losing. Really simple.
The farther you go in this tournament, the bigger the teams get.
Mm-hmm.
Post-wise, she could be a factor, especially our game doesn't come back. What's her mindset, and how impressed were you that she was ready to answer the bell in front of the bench?
Well, the thing that I've noticed about Mide this year as we've gone along is that she's put in the work. Ariel's absolutely right, and her improvement has been quite dramatic. What's been holding her back has been letting go and performing in a game the way she performs in practice. So I think this was a breakthrough, and she's had a few other moments where it's been encouraging for me to feel like that she would do the things that we need her to do. But this was definitely a breakthrough and a big moment, which should give her an enormous amount of confidence as we move on. She definitely has done the work. It's just been transferring that into the games.